Why do most guys can't seem to understand or accept when a marriage is over? Stick around. We gonna bat iron on it.
I just wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna keep it honest.
So guys, you're in a relationship and everything is going along just fine. But all of a sudden you start to notice little subtle differences. The arguments don't carry on like they used to. The things you used to do to press her buttons, they no longer work. So now it's time for the infamous sit down and communicate. But this time when you communicate and y'all start talking and conversing back and forth, it seems to you, and by listening to her conversation, you notice she's talking more towards breakup when you talking more towards reconciliation and maybe trying to work out or work past the rough spot. So the more she talk about going her separate ways in the breakup, the more you start trying to convince her. But let me tell you something, guys. When you sit down with a woman and she starts talking more and more about the breakup and you notice the things you used to do don't work, let me tell you, she already gone, guys. She has already left the relationship. And once a woman leave a relationship and detach herself from you, it's over. It is over. You cannot convince them to return. You can't talk her feelings back into feeling a certain way about you or back to loving you, guys. That's the one thing that you have to understand about women. Understand about their emotional nature. You have to understand that. You have to know that at that point, it is over. You can buy her a car. You can buy her a diamond ring. You can buy her a brand new car. And guys, she's not going to engage with you again. Now, I'm not going to say she might not stay with you to use you and manipulate you. But guess what? She's already gone. Her feelings are already out the door. Most likely, she's just going to cheat on you guys if she do stay. Most likely, she's just going to leave you with a lot of disrespect if you do stay, guys. But that's one thing I think a lot of men don't understand. They don't understand the part where it's time to leave. It's over. There's nothing you can do at that point. You can't shame her. You can't threaten her. You can't love her back into loving you. There's nothing you can do, guys. At that point, you have to brace yourself. If you're in love, if you're in love with the woman, you have a lot of feelings for her, then you got to brace yourself to go through a heartbreak, because that's what you're on course to have, a heartbreak. And you got to go through the steps that a heartbreak is going to take you through, the phases that it's going to take you to. And you have to understand it's a process. Then you have to start working on yourself. But to sit there and beg her and plead her and all that stuff, guys, that's nothing good going to happen. And even if you beg her and she do stay, it's going to be so miserable where you can't even stand and look at your own self, guys. Because that's the way women work. They'll jump into a relationship, and as long as you're making them feel a certain way, guys, they're going to do everything. They're going to do everything to try to keep that feeling. They try to hold on to that feeling. But once that feeling is gone, guys, that woman do not care about you at all. At least she don't care about your feelings. She could care less. That's why when you listen at women talk about their exes, they talk about them with such venom. And it's not all the time that they will badmouth their exes, but they talk to them. They talk about them like in a real direct way, straight to the point, basically standoffish, stuff like that. But a lot of guys don't know when to accept that point. But they don't know when to accept it. They don't know when to unleash themselves from that relationship. And guys, to be honest with you, that's why men spend a lot of time Like the relationship with the woman can be gone for years, 4 or 5 years, and the man is still stuck in that old relationship. Because that's why I tell y'all all the time, don't fall in love, man, because once you fall in love, you're destined to crash. That's no way you can leave that woman when you're in love. And then when she decides to pull out of the ordeal, then you left. You stuck. You are stuck. And guys, for a lot of us, we don't see no way out because we dump so much of our emotions into that relationship until we don't know how to deal with our feelings. See, women, even though they're very emotional, they know how to basically deal with their emotions better than men. I'm not going to say they totally know how to deal with them, but they know how to deal with them better than us. Now, we can keep away from our emotions better than women, but once we do get in that space, it's over, guys. That's why we're most likely to commit suicide than women are. We're most likely to commit or take our lives than women, because it's like a free fall for us once we hit that spot and once we're in love with a woman. That's why you stay away from that. So when it comes down to the part where she's sitting up there telling you she ready to go a separate way, well, then all you got to do is say, hey, there the door is. Hit the highway. Hit the highway. That's all you got to do. You always got to be in that state of mind where you can tell a broad to hit the highway. Tell your wife to hit the highway. Oh, I'm going to take your kids. Oh, I'm going to take your money. That's why, man, you got to always plan your finances out. Always, man. Always protect yourself when you're dealing with any woman, because as long as they feeling good, their intentions are to tell you good things about what they will do for you, how they will love you, how they will stick by you, how they'll do all that stuff, just selling you pipe dreams. And they really mean it. But the problem is when their feelings are no longer there, they justify their way out of it to make themselves feel good and not be shamed. And mentioning shaming, guys, trying to shame a woman back into loving you, man, women ain't going to be shamed, because the more you try to shame them, it'll always be there. It'll always be somebody there to justify. Oh, well, he shouldn't have did this. Oh, you wrong, but yeah, he shouldn't have did that. So don't worry about it. That's kind of stuff. So that's why, and then that goes into accountability, guys. It goes into accountability. But your best weapon is being able to walk out that door and never look back. Understanding, guys, that you're not going to stand for certain things, and you got to keep yourself in a place where you can lead. You have to keep yourself in a place where you can lead. And once you become so vulnerable, that's when she'll have that sit down with you. And then once she pull out, you steady trying to hold on, trying to convince her to stay, trying to shame her in the state. Some of y'all try to commit a physical violence against a woman, and nothing works, guys. And nothing will work, because those feelings are detached. And that's it. So, guys, that's what I want to tell you. Just know and understand the signs. Once you understand the signs, now you might don't want to face the fact, but at least you'll understand the signs that it's over, and then you'll know how to proceed. Anyway, guys, until next time, peace.